Welcome to the Jafra Pro District Feature Friday Zoom, and we're going to be talking all about the holidays because they are upon us. If you've noticed as you've gone out and about, and we have some great gifts for your own holiday shopping as well as for all of your clients and all the new people you're going to be meeting. But we thought we'd start out by making sure we give you the dates because I know everyone's got a lot going on during the holidays. And I want to remember to wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you have a great time with your loved ones and this coming week. And I do want to let you know that I am letting Karen in, that I am thankful for each and every one of you. I'm blessed to have you in my life. And that's one of the beautiful things about Jafra is the long-term friendships. And I know Kathy and Norma and I have all been friends for over 40 years sharing Jafra. So that is, as they say in those commercials, that is priceless. So, and you are all priceless to me. So let me tell you some upcoming dates, if you can grab your calendar or paper and pencil so that you can plan for our upcoming Friday Zooms. The next Friday Zoom will be on Friday, December 3rd. They're always at 6 p.m. And if we do have special needs as far as guests, we can do it the half an hour before or the half an hour after. We have Friday the 17th, 6 p.m. And then we are going to jump into January. So I'm going to just give you what January is because I happen to have a January calendar. January the 7th, 6 p.m. and the 21st at 6 p.m. So there you go. You start booking your January calendar. You can go ahead and do that. We've had 3 of our Training Tuesdays, but we will have 3 Training Tuesdays in December, and those are found on Jafra Beauty Insiders. They are recorded, and they are, the 7th is going to be on skincare. The 14th will be on makeup, and then the 21st will be on business. So you want to put all of those on your calendar. And let me see if there's any other dates. Did I miss any other dates? Oh, really, really important date is December the 13th. That is the last guaranteed day to be able to order from Jafra and to get the products in before Christmas, whether your clients order on your website or whether you order on the Jafra Biz for your clients. That is the last day. So you definitely want to make sure that you get your products ordered by that day. Are there any other dates, gals, that I may have missed that you can think of? I guess with that.
There's something with Hoodie.
Oh, it's usually the, this one, it's usually the 3rd or the 2nd Thursday on Jafra Beauty Insights Hoodith chat at 3 p.m. But has anyone reviewed the Training Tuesday? Is that what you're talking about, Norma? The Giving Tuesday?
No, okay. You were going to have Jade talk about Training Tuesday from this Tuesday.
Right.
I'm talking about Hoodie's talking about, I believe, either the Giving Tuesday. They have her in a, I'm not sure where it is.
Yeah, I'll look it up while Jade is.
Yeah, it's the Giving Tuesday.
Yeah, I got it. What date is that?
Maybe it's the Tuesday after, let's see. Jafra has pledged to match every Giving Tuesday gift made to Sir Optimus between November 19th and December 1st. Giving Tuesday started 2012. I'm thinking it's the Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
Okay. Or maybe the Tuesday before.
Well,
Giving
they're
Tuesday.
taking monies from the 19th, which would be today, to December 1st. But I
Okay.
think her talking could be regarding, if you would like to donate between 19 and 12/1. Yeah. I can send you the thing, or it's on Jafra Beauty.
Yeah,
and
I have it. I didn't have time to read it, but maybe I can look at it while Jade is sharing about the Jafra Beauty Insider business. And that was perfect for Jade to do since she's been in Jafra, but she is refamiliarizing herself with everything. Your hair looks so pretty, Karen.
Well, thank you. I'm playing around with the new curling iron.
Oh, it looks nice. I like
Oh,
it.
thank you.
Okay, Jade, introduce yourself and share about, because you're new to all of us, and share about the what you learned on the Jafra business training.
Okay. Hello.
Hey,
I'm gonna let down my hair so I feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm waiting for my husband to come in, so it's locked, so he has to knock. I live in a house full of a bunch of family, which is amazing and beautiful. And
What city are you in?
I'm in Carpinteria. I'm from Carpinteria. I have a lot of family here. I'm pretty local. I got really deep roots. And I joined Jafra about 5 or 6 years ago. And it was life-changing. I've known Sarah since I was a little girl. So I'm very familiar with the Hipples and Jim and her daughters. They're a lovely family. They've taken care of me. They've taken care of other families in Carpinteria, and it's just great. So when I met her at Shepherd's Plaza, I was like, oh my God, I know you. And I was there with one of my good friend, Emily, and she introduced me to Jaffa, and I'm like, I'm down. I'm, in school I got kids at home. I got some time to kill when they're at school. So it was good. And then, life went on, and I stuck with it, I think, for 6 months. And then I couldn't keep track of certain things in my life. So I decided to take a break for 5 or 6 years. And then now I'm back.
And she's already done her second $400 month as a new consultant. So she's earning her gifts and on her way to VIP. Woohoo!
Yes. I actually gifted the student faculty at Carpinteria Middle School and Canalino today. I made gift baskets using the strips, and I I put them in little boxes. You guys know the makeup boxes, the Jafra boxes come in. I stuffed those with roses, real roses, my card. They already know who I am. And then I put little gifts, royal jelly, lift serums, the concentrate on the face, the Cellplex.
You put the individual ones.
Yes, I did.
That's a great gift.
Yeah, only to the big ladies, the ones that are up there, high up there, and the ones that have known me for a long time and that have seen my family grow. And then so recently during this week, Sarah asked me to go on Jafra Beauty Insider on Facebook, which I did, but I found like 4 different pages. So I'm trying to look for the right page. I'm on my way. I'll do it this weekend, I promise.
Did you you didn't watch that video I sent you?
No, I was at Girls Inc. and then I had to play tetherball with my daughter. She, they take up a lot of my time, especially because they're gone from 8 in the morning till 5:30 at night. And sometimes I don't see them till really late because they have extracurriculars.
And how old are they? How old are your daughters?
11 and 8. And at my first party that Jafra was at, my neighbor came over. One of my good neighbors, Leanne, came over, and Sarah was there last Thursday, and we did a demo. And before that, my daughter was helping her swatch colors for her skin. She bought a gift for her mother-in-law, I believe. It was the broad spectrum Royal Defy line from that line. So it's just, you know, when you share and care like Jan and Frank Day did, it really what goes around comes around, and you could see it every day.
That's right. That's awesome.
So,
Very good.
yeah, I'm really happy to be back.
And we're happy to you're back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
And it's good to meet you. I haven't looked through okay, there everybody is. Oh, someone's gone.
Oh,
But-
she'll be back. That's Karen. Karen lives in
Okay, yeah.
Ojai.
There
Kathy
you guys
lives-
are. I was just looking at my self-talk.
Kathy's in Lancaster and Norma's in Oxnard. So we're all over the place. And I'm in Santa Paula
I love this.
until the end of the month. Then I'll be in Fillmore.
I love this.
Anyways, we have other team members, but this is who's here right now. And we do record this so other people can listen to it. Okay, so those are the important dates. We'll try to find out about the date of the Giving Tuesday, but that means that all the purchases, all the orders we put in, Jafra's going to match, and that we're going to be giving away. So it's really exciting. So we have 13 weeks left. And is that from today, or was that from when we got together? But it's basically 13 weeks, which is 3 weeks. Why did I say 13? Nobody corrected me. Norma's looking at me like, what are you talking about?
Well, I'm thinking when they did the 12 days or 12 ways of Christmas, that was
Yes.
a couple of days ago. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure where she got 13, but
I don't know.
she's the boss, so.
I see 13, December 13th.
She's thinking about on the 13th day before Christmas,
Oh,
my true
yeah.
love gave to me.
We'll save you for my singing. There's 3 weeks left. So 3 weeks, it does not mean we have to stop doing business. It means that we have 3 weeks that we can really push it strong, and we can be selling from our websites and ordering from Jafra. But you can also plan ahead and make giftables. And I'm going to tell you, the best last minute people to give gifts to are who?
Men.
They are. I remember one Valentine's Day going into back in the day when Kmart, and I walked in, there was nothing on the shelf, and the only people I saw were men. And I'm like, ooh, note to self, men wait to the last minute. So definitely. And Kathy's going to be sharing some really fun, creative things you can do to get things sold. So, and there are, I've been to the 99-cent store, there's some inexpensive little gift bags and cello bags. And there's just magic when you put it in a gift bag. It says, I'm a gift. It's kind of crazy, but they even have these cute little Santa ones. And I thought to myself, you could throw in a nail polish and a lipstick and some grass or some, tissue paper. And that's a wonderful gift. And you could sell it for $10 if you, have some things in your stock. Cause a lot of times we get extra things going along. So we're going to start out because Norma just did a boutique, and I understand you were her neighbor, Karen. So if you want to share any tidbits from that. So we're going to talk about ways to sell. And of course, Friday's Black Friday. Everybody's doing Black Fridays early, and we are only limited by our own willingness to share and promote. And then while we're doing our business in December, we want to think about booking business into January. Because if you wait till January, then people are, getting back into life, and it could be the end of, I'm just telling you from my own experience. So whether we're talking about facials or Zoom parties or whatever you want to do to get people together, you want to start thinking about dates and booking those things so that you can go to work in January. So we're going to ask Norma to start sharing about the boutique experience and some of the things that she did there and some of the things that she's going to continue doing from what she started.
Well, I thought we had a really good time. What do you think, Karen?
Oh, I did. Yeah, it was great.
You and Cara. I was so impressed that we had Cara Almena popped in and hadn't told me.
Oh,
And
fun.
so she was from Fillmore, and then my sister-in-law Rosemary from Simi Valley. So we had people come the distance. So it was good to be involved with it with consultants in our district, my team. But ahead of time, and some of this I already told you guys 2 weeks ago. I had bought little sample containers, and I had little Ziploc bags. I go shopping with Sarah's sister Carol, friend of mine, very good friend of mine. We go the day after Christmas and we find all this stuff really cheap. And so I had these sandwich bags that are Christmassy.
Oh, cute.
And so what I put in it, some of them had the Malibu Miracle mask, some had the volcanic mask with a spatula. And I cut up the Defy, this bag doesn't happen to have it, but I had cut up the Defy sample postcards with the sachets. And I put a sachet in, but I kept it on the card because the card talks about it. So anyway, the ones that had the mask had the Defy and my business card and a spatula. And then others had body care, and I did some with essence and some with the Power Up. And it's got the body scrub and the lotion. And then what we've done, we had a sign-in sheet and we asked them if, we were having drawings. I was having for a complimentary facial, and Yvette did it with me. And she had a drawing for the Essence fragrance. And that's how we got our leads. That's how we got our names. And now what we're doing is following up with phone calls. And I think the way it made it easier, what I learned to make it easier, like Sarah, you were saying last time we talked, it's all about your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to be able to just say, we gave you some samples and I wanted to follow up to make sure you knew what to do with them. You have like one gal I asked, and now that's something that you can learn from me. I had taken lined paper so that when they'd walk away, I would make a note about the person, because I would know that looking at their name 24 or 48 hours later wouldn't make any sense to me on who they were. Well, you get kind of chaotic, and I forgot to do that. So learn from me and make sure you take notes about the people. But anyway, following up.
Make sure you say something nice. Make sure you say something nice. Because if you ever lost that piece of paper with your little observations of those people, it's not be real flattering.
Can you imagine?
Well, this particular one that I'm talking about, she looked like my son's third grade teacher. And I always thought Mrs. Wilson was beautiful. She was one of their favorite teachers. So anyway, I told her, how beautiful she was, and I loved her eyebrows and the color of her hair, blah, blah, blah. When I followed up with her, I had to apologize. I said, I'm really sorry. I needed to have written down next to your name, something about you, and also what I gave you. So what did I give you? So she said, oh, you gave me the Defy hydrator, but I haven't tried it yet. So I said, okay, like we're supposed to, please try it, and I'll, get back with you and get your opinion. So we're still working on following up with these people, but it was really good. We gave hand treatments. Everybody loved the hand treatments. Poor Karen got a bunch of it in one of her boxes because I had to learn from Karen. Instead of tilting the jar and thinking, oh, I'll just gently add a little bit onto the back of her hand, and then it goes and a bunch into her box.
It's funny.
So then she learned from me, oh, we won't do that on the next time. we'll take a spatula and put some in the lid and work from the lid onto the hand. So it was a learning day for all of us, to say the least. But I think Karen may have sold the gal Cara on the Essence because she liked the hand treatment.
Yes. Yeah,
So
it's sale.
good, good, good. So we started with the shower gel and they rubbed it in, and then we gave them a little bit of the salts and they rubbed it in, and then we gave them a boost wipe and they cleaned it off. And then we gave them the body butter from the Essence, and the body butter is the selling point. Excuse me, it's so nice and rich and it smells good. So yeah, that all went really well. The other thing that I had for sale there is ahead of time, and I showed you last week also. I couldn't find any pillow bags at the dollar store or any of the party stores. So this was just a clear bag that was at Hobby Lobby. And I took some grass that I had that has red and green, and I made almond samples, almond lotion and shower gel, and then stapled my card to it. And some people were buying those from me. That
What
was
did you
only
sell those for?
$2.
How much?
$2.
How much?
That's
$2.
generous. I would have sold them for $5.
I'm not sure if they would have bought them for $5. The little bottles are small.
How much ounces?
It's not even an ounce. I don't.
Oh, they
it's
look
like
bigger. They look bigger when you show them. They look
Yeah.
a lot bigger. They look like almost like the size of the ones that we sell for like $4 to $5 each. The ones Jafra.
No,
That's what.
they're half that size or smaller.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, that was the boutique. Like I said, we're still following up on that. Did you want me to talk a little bit about Black Friday?
Yes.
So I put something out to my clients yesterday about Black Friday, that what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 3 time frames starting at 9 a.m. Anybody that calls or places an order on my website between 9 and 10 on Black Friday gets 30% off. And even if they do it on my website, I will get an email when it comes in, and I can see the time frame that they did it. And then what I said in my text message to them is that even if you do it on my website, I'll rebate you whatever, your 30% was. So, and then from 10:05 to 11 is 20%. 11:05 to noon is 10% off.
And how are you going to keep track of that, Norma?
On a piece of paper?
Oh, okay. I mean, the people that call you?
People that call, people
Okay.
that do it on the website. I have a notebook. I have a running notebook that is all my Jafra stuff.
Oh, okay.
All the Tuesday trainings are in here that I've watched, anything. So anything I do Jafra is always in this spiral bound.
Oh, awesome.
It's always in the same place. So anyway, yeah, I gave all the details for that, and I said, and I attached the interactive brochure to it and my website. And I also said, if you want to collect orders outside of that Black Friday date, then, the breakdown is $300, they get 30% off and on down. So all that was in a group text message.
Awesome.
Then what I'll do is like Wednesday, maybe I'll send a little reminder. Don't forget, after Thanksgiving, have a nice Thanksgiving. But when you get up to do your Black Friday, don't forget your Jafra order.
That's great. Very cool. Very nice. Anyone else doing anything special for Black Friday?
Can I ask a question?
Can't hear you.
Of course.
I was gonna ask you a question, Norma.
Can you talk louder?
Can you hear me now?
A little better.
Okay. Maybe my volume, maybe if you turn your volume up a
It's
little
funny
bit.
because it was normal when you started.
Oh, well, I had to jump on a few calls because my daughter was going to the wrong church and my neighbor didn't tell me what youth group she was going to. So anyway, my question was, can you hear me now? My question was, what were the dates and the percentages that you were giving your clients? You know how you just said the discounts is 20% off and then 10% off during certain times. What, can you repeat that?
From 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., it's 30% off on Black Friday.
9
And then
a.m.
from,
to-
huh?
I'm sorry.
You can't hear me and I can't hear you. I don't know what happened. So anyway, on Black Friday, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is 30%. And then the next hour, it's 20%. And the last hour is 10%.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
then Norma, how are you going to deal with people that order on your website? The people that order on your website, how are you
They
going
can
to,
check email.
how are you going to give them the
Right.
discount back?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
I
you.
just rebate the amount in a check because I've done it before. I do it all the time. If I'm
Oh,
running
okay.
some kind of a special, and we order it on my website, whether they do it or I do it for them,
Mm-hmm.
I just write a check for the amount and send it to them.
Oh, nice. Or
Yeah,
if you have Venmo, you could do that, or a different, whatever you use. So
Yeah.
that's great. Excellent. Very good. Thank you, Norma. Those are great ideas.
thank you. Thank you.
The whole idea is about doing it. And I love the idea about, we are in November, and November is the month to be thankful. We should be thankful all the time, but definitely in November. And so even those little gifts that Norma has, and kind of like what you did, Jade, when you go out just to say, hey, I just want to thank you. You're special in my life. I appreciate you, whatever. And then, and give them the gift. And then you can also, just say, hey, everyone I give a gift to, I'm going to be doing a drawing for a free facial. And then Norma, what do you do who wins the free facial, and how do you do that?
Everybody wins the free facial.
That's what I thought.
So
And
what would you
just
say to
make
me?
a big deal of it. Oh, I'm so excited. I met you on Saturday and you won the facial.
Oh, how fun. So that's
And
great.
then you turn it into a party when you call them and you set up the facial, and then you say, by the way, since you don't know me, would you be more comfortable if you had a couple of your friends there? And if you want to do that, then I have a special gift for you. And then you turn it into a party, and they don't even know they're having a party.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
invite
love
your
that.
girlfriends over. We'll do facials.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
I'm writing a couple questions down just to.
Okay, you need to speak up or turn your volume up, one of the two.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's much better.
Okay, I'll sit back in my
We
chair.
can see you better too. Your skin looks great.
Yes, I got compliments on it already. I did. And then they
Yeah.
asked me what I use, and I say, I'll tell you what I use. And then I do my spiel. Anyway, I was telling Norma, I'm writing down questions, and then I'll just ask you through Messenger, if that's okay.
Okay. You're going to ask me now through Messenger?
No.
Oh.
I'm writing it down in my notebook. See, I got a spiral.
Oh, there you go.
And then all my family is there.
Oh, very good.
Very
My
good.
dad. There's my dad. But he's in the ocean now.
So Jade is the same age as my Natalie, and Norma has sons right about the same age. As who's the same age?
Your first two?
Yeah, my first two. Oh, not Natalie. You don't have one the age of Natalie.
I have 34 and 31.
Okay, yeah.
I had you in the 80s.
You should have had another one, Norma. You could have one the same. Norma has all boys.
Oh, I have boys too.
Very nice. Okay, so thank you for sharing that. Those are great ideas. Okay, so Kathy's going to share with us how selling is service. And so Kathy, and she's going to talk about how to really, that you can do your holiday business whichever way works for you. So take it away, Kathy O'Connell.
Okay. Well, I want to start by saying that this year I am not doing the same things that I have in the past. I used to have an open house every year before Christmas, and they were always very successful. And I just don't have the energy to do that anymore. And I've had a couple of my clients call and say, I haven't gotten a letter from you. Are we going to do the open house? And I'm like, no, we're going to have you come to my house whenever you want. Doesn't have to be on that particular day or whatever. So I'm lining up actually individual type facials, not facials, just get-togethers. I'm not going to do the elaborate display that I used to do. And I used to, have all kinds of food and all of that. I'm not doing that anymore. But I'm just going to have the book there. I'm going to have the new products like the essence that they haven't tried yet. I just got what is this called? Power Down. I just got this today.
Do you want to tell us about it? How's it smell?
It smells very good. It's kind of like a lavender type smell. So, it's very soothing for nighttime. I got the body lotion, the body wash, and the spray. And so if you have people that have trouble getting to sleep at night, I think this might help. What else did I got? Oh, I got a couple of the fragrances that are fairly new. So I have a few things that that they haven't seen before. And I thought what I would do is when they come, they always get I used to mail the tickets out in advance that says, bring your ticket and match it up with the prize, and I'd have predetermined prizes for them, but I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to say, when you get here, I'll have a ticket for you. We'll put it in the basket, and the day after Thanksgiving or whatever day you want to do it, I'll pull it out, and whoever wins gets a royal jelly or whatever it is you want to, whatever you want to give away. But it's going to be a lot easier for me physically so I don't have to set up the table and all of that stuff. But I'm also going to go through the brochure with them, because I'm finding that people my age don't know how to do the QR code. They don't know how to do the virtual brochure. And a couple of them, I walked through it with them for the 15 giveaway things in the catalogs. And they were like, oh, this is fun. But, they didn't attempt it until I talked to them.
Oh,
so
can you let us know when the deadline for that is?
Today.
Okay, so if you haven't yet submitted your 15 items, you want to do that before midnight.
Yeah.
So
when you get off the phone here, you better start calling your clients real fast. Hurry up. Anyway, so I find that a lot of clients that are my age, they don't know how to do certain things. Like they don't know how to do the virtual thing, they don't want to order online. They'd rather talk to me. So I'm going to go through all of that stuff. Norma probably has the details of how many QR codes there are in the book and all of that stuff.
I don't think Bronwyn has told us. And if she has, I didn't write it down.
Oh, okay. But there's a lot to be learned from the brochures. And our clients don't know that. They just look at it and go, oh, yeah, that's cute. Next page. So I think I'll do a little educating while I do the quote open house.
mm-hmm.
So that's how I'm going to work with those people.
Stop and shop.
Yeah, exactly. And these are all things that I've done in the past, which they work out very well. One of my favorite things, there was a girl that used to live up here in Lancaster that was my partner in crime. And we used to go to construction sites. And you always want to go usually on a Friday because that's when they get paid. But we would just pull into the construction site, open up our trunk and say, you guys probably haven't shopped for your wife yet. We have some really good deals. So, it was surprising how many of those guys would just hop right over. Oh yeah, great, great. And if they didn't have money, we'd say, okay, we'll be back next Friday or whatever. And we'd write the date down and then make sure that we went back.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. There were
Another-
other places you went to.
Yeah, doctor's offices are a great place to go. Because usually they all take off like at lunchtime. So what you do is you say, I just wanted to let you know that at noon, we're going to be in the parking lot with a gift giving service. So if you have time when you get off for lunch, come out into the parking lot and we would, same thing, we'd sell out of the trunk. We called them trunk shows, but doctor's offices, I'm trying to think of some of the other places, dentists, of course, big insurance companies, any place that has a lot of people. If you find out when their payday is, and you find that out by walking in and asking the receptionist, and you tell her, you're with Jafra, blah, blah, blah. And could she pass a note around saying that you'll be in the parking lot on a certain day at a certain time? And if she does that for you, I would give her a free gift. Give her one of the body care products or the hand lotions, that kind of thing. What else?
When you're working out of your trunk and you went to those places, did you just have individual inventory or did you bag them in a cute bag and have a good presentation?
Some of it we had just, as is, but others we would put in cellophane bags and just put a bow on it. No great elaborate wrapping thing, but just enough to make it look Christmassy and nice.
Okay.
And if you had, especially at the construction sites, if the guy said, oh, I wish it was wrapped, oh, we could do that for you,
Gift bag, little tissue paper.
Yeah,
Done.
exactly. Yeah. Let me see. I don't know if you all have things that you've inherited. You know how sometimes we have a Jafra offer that says, buy this and you get this free. And it might not be anything you particularly like or want. So I have a section in my closet that has all of those things that I've gotten free. And a lot of times your clients like those things. So, you can still sell them. But I always had a bargain table at my open house. And anything like that, or anything that I've had stock for a while that I need to get rid of, I would put it out on a bargain table. And it would really be a bargain. I mean, I would sell the lipsticks for like $2. You can't buy $2 lipstick anywhere. So, it's that kind of thing. Maybe something that you ordered and the color, you didn't like the color when you got it. Like, what was that one that you guys were talking about?
Oh,
That-
Dazzling.
Right, yeah. That's something that you could put on the bargain table if you don't think you'll be able to sell it otherwise. But anything that's discontinued that you're trying to get rid of, that goes on the bargain table. And, just my thing is whatever doesn't sell on the bargain table is going to the, we have a place in town that takes care of people that are either homeless or very poor, whatever. And they don't think that women still like makeup, even if they're living, out homeless. So they're always excited to get a basket full of that stuff. So, get your chance first to sell it. And if you don't, then donate it.
That's amazing.
It is nice.
Yeah.
What else?
Because I grew up in a group home at
Uh-huh.
the mom.
Get closer. We can't hear you.
When I was a teenager, I had my first daughter, and they taught us to do things like that, to give to the less fortunate and the communities that are impoverished. And they took us to a lot of cool places in LA, and they taught us how to give back. And
Uh-huh.
that's a really good thing that you said. I like that idea.
Okay. I think that's about it. Just be present of wherever you are. There's an opportunity to sell. It takes a little bit of effort, but not a whole lot. So,
The biggest effort is opening your mouth and being
right.
prepared with something. And we talked about you taking your bargain table and putting into a basket. So, so if you were doing those, those drive-bys, or the trunk shows, you could have those kind of things. And even a trunk show could be putting a holiday shop, a big holiday, just a red tablecloth in your trunk,
Right.
and then having, gifts there that you can sell. And
Right.
75%, this is not, and you can correct me if it's different, but about 75% of our business, anyone in retail sells, is during the holidays. Christmas is the largest gift giving holidays. The next largest is Mother's Day. So you want to take advantage because everybody is purchasing, and you want to just make it easy for people and having affordable gifts. I think, Norma, you mentioned that you found, $20, $25 was what, I mean, there are people that are going to spend more, but if you have prices around that. And the nice thing is, we actually, by taking advantage, as like you did, Jade, as a new consultant, and I know Karen, you did that too, you got the consultant packs. So
Right.
you're getting those almost 80% off, when you break those up. And I think Jackie broke it down, and she said, when you buy the packs, you end up spending like a little over $5 per item. So, really, you can be as creative as you want. And a lot of times, it's literally doing exactly what Norma did with her little samples with a product that you're going to sell. I mean, it's pretty simple and pretty exciting to just have a gift. And anybody, I'm all for the the dollar store gift bags and tissue paper, and just have it there on the spot. So when people say, "Oh, I wish you would have," just like Norma said, "Oh, I can do that." Or just with every gift you buy, I'll have a gift bag and tissue paper so you can wrap it.
Right.
So just being creative, but really doing it and planning it. Because if you don't, you're going to say, "Oh, I wish I would have." And you've lost opportunities to help people do their holiday shopping. So one of the dates that I failed to mention is today is the last day to turn in your scavenger hunt brochure, the find the 15 and send it to media@jafra.com. And if you need help with that, you can contact your leader and we can tell you how to do it. But I want to encourage you to do it. I did it. Actually, I was laying in bed and I wasn't ready to get up. And it was, for some reason, the angle I was holding my phone, it was just easier for me to see everything. I went, "Oh, I'm finding things." I was finding too many things. So, anyways, now I want to talk about giving the gift of holiday shopping to others and giving the gift of an income to others. So, people are looking for discounts. Money's tight, and they're need to expand it. Have someone give Jafra a try during the holidays. And really, what I have found, and I think we've all found it to be true, is when people give the business a try, you check in with them and say, "Well, and we'll check in January and see if you want to continue." If they don't, then they go back to being your client. If they do, then we can move them on to the next step. But holiday shopping discounters, Jackie believes that we are probably not going to have a $19 kit next month. So for $19, they can open an account and they can do all their shopping at 50% off. I mean, that is a beautiful gift to give someone. And if they buy the specials and you can help them shop, then they have the opportunity to save even more. Holiday giggers, a lot of people look for a holiday job, but maybe they don't want to go put in 20 hours a week at Target or somewhere. So they could start today, they can profit tomorrow. We are the only direct sales company that gives a free website that they can turn on immediately and make right away. And that's one of the things they show you in that business training, is how to turn on your website and the advantage of that, and making sure that it's all done correctly. Look at ways to sell and win. So basically they can have a business of their choice, kind of like we do, a business that works around our busy families, our other responsibilities, our energy levels, along another business. So it's a holiday gigger. So there's people looking for that. And if we don't offer, they're going to join another direct sales company, which would make us really sad. So you just offer it. And then if you need help following up, let us know. We can help you do that. And then, of course, the next one is the, owning. A lot of people want their own business. They want to own a business. They want to have a way to have a tax write-off. They want to be able to work 5 to 10 hours a week. Can you imagine working 5 to 10 hours a week? What kind of money you'd earn in Jafra? You'd easily be earning about $1,000 a month if you were working 5 to 10 hours a week. And you probably would earn all the wonderful opportunities available. So this is why people want to join Jafra. A few of the things that I mentioned, they can sell and buy for the holidays. So it's a great way to make money. We have over 500 products in 4 different departments: skincare, color, fragrance, bath and body. They don't have to stand in front of all those counters and hope that the quality is good in those pretty packages. We know Jafra has top of the line, quality. Our products are 100% guaranteed. If you order something for a client and they get it and they're not happy with it, then you contact Jafra and you can do a product exchange for them. So it kind of takes the risk out. Even if someone goes, I don't know what fragrance they'll like, they'll take your recommendation, but they also have that guarantee. So you make sure. And then with every gift you give out, give a gift certificate of a free facial and then put a date on it. Or, if you want to give them so much toward a certain size purchase, that gets me to shop. And also when we're out during our holiday gatherings, the first one coming up, of course, is Thanksgiving. There's, a lot of, I know there's church, women's breakfasts and women's nights and get-togethers and opportunities to share with people what we have. And now we have that wonderful virtual brochure we can send out. And
Can I interject something?
yes,
As
of
you're
course.
talking about, being with people. I think on the, was it the Tuesday training in the comments that a bunch of women were talking about, they really make sure that they put on their fragrance 3 times a day. And that especially if they're going to be with a bunch of women, just before they've got that good fragrance on, because they know they're going to be hugging hello or hugging goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, oh, you smell good. What do you have on? Oh, it's Jafra, blah, blah, blah. So,
Yeah.
Also layering, we have shower gel, scrub, body lotion or butter, all that layering helps it to last longer. So I remember years and years ago when I was an operator, we would be lined up at a cord board and I used to pull out my favorite lotion and be putting it on. And the girls next to me would smell it and go, oh, can I have some? So you can also have nice hand lotions from Jafra or body lotions in your bag and be using it so the room, gets the fragrance and people ask you about it. So anyway, just
Yeah.
to piggyback on what you're saying.
That's great. And, we are around a lot more people during the holidays. So, what's new? Oh, I started a business with Jafra. Or did you know I do Jafra? Or you want to know where I look so young, right? Why my skin looks so good? But, we do need to know what sets us apart, because I think a lot of times we think, oh, I'm asking them to do something. No, you're offering a gift. Did you know that selling really is servicing? I mean, it's kind of like you going, oh my gosh, it's so great, da, 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 and you never offer it to them. But that is servicing. I mean, women want to know how to look younger longer. They want to know how to make their eyes look better. They want to know how to have younger looking hands. That's what Facebook and Instagram is doing. They're looking at what you're looking at, and then they're sending you more ads, so you keep looking at it. But we know we have, isn't it true? Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah.
So
As
we
soon as
have,
I like something new, I get a bunch of the same subject.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so we need to let people know. We don't need to be, the secret Jafra society and not tell people. I just heard somebody say, well, when I was teaching, I thought, oh, I'm going to keep my Jafra and my teaching separate. I'm not going to tell them I do Jafra. Well, when people found out, they kind of thought I was rude for not sharing. Like, why wouldn't you share that? And so I kind of learned my lesson, but we still get that idea. And if you're afraid of selling, then just give a gift. Give a gift. It doesn't have to be a big gift. It can be a gift like Norma did. That's super cute. I was ready to pay $5 or $10 for that.
One year we had the little precious protein in the little bottles like the almond lotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I gave it to my postal carrier, and it was the precious protein that also helps to heal. She put it on her dog's head. He got his head caught in the fence or something and bruised himself. And so she put our oil on there, and she was raving about how it healed him. So of course you can't go around saying our precious protein heals, but you can say, I know somebody who used it. I'm just saying, when you're talking about giving stuff, there's your postal carrier, your insurance agent, the cashier at your market that you see all the time. All of them, we forget about them.
Yeah, today I went in to go get a money order for my new place we're going, and I went in the bank, and a gal that was there and then went to another bank was there again. I go, Mocha, what are you doing here? And so she has helped me do the money order, and I said, hey, here's my new business card. We have these really fun virtual try-on, and we've come out with some new darker shade foundations. And I'm going to tell you something. No one takes me up on it, but if you try either one out and you send me a message or you have it go to my website, I'm going to bring you something, a lipstick, a nail polish. So I hope you take me up on it, but just, taking the moments and making it a gift and offering. When you offer, you don't feel like you're asking. So here's what you can tell people. You can start today and profit tomorrow. You have an instant free website. We turn it on immediately. We have instant free social selling tools. We have free training available to you 24 hours around the clock. We have instant free virtual makeup try on, which I forgot to say, hey, and you can try your foundation on, because when I first talked to her a few years ago, we could never get together, but now she could just try the foundations on herself at home. And then, like you said, Kathy, some women don't know how to do it. You could say, hey, I'm going to call you and let's do it together. We have the Instant Skin Consult app. I mean, we're supposed to do a new checkup on our skin each season, and we're getting into the colder weather. So people's skin, I know my skin's getting drier. I need more moisture. And we have a low cost entry, low risk, and no annual fee for renewals, no membership fees. Literally, we can have people order from us 24 hours around the clock. So that is amazing. So they can give it a try. Do you want to give it a try during the holiday season? Do your holiday shopping. I'd love to help you out. And then we can take another look at it in January and see if it's something you want to continue doing. Hopefully they'll fall in love with the products. And I know for myself personally, even when I think, oh, they're my really good customer, they buy tons more when they can get it 50+% off than when they're just buying from me. And then, so just, I just want to encourage you to offer the joy to others, the joy that we've all had, for, 40 plus year, 40, Karen, you're almost a year in.
Wow, that's right. It was just after the new year.
I know.
Into
I remember
January.
January of last year that you were joining Jafra. You're a VIP.
Yeah.
You've been a consistent. You
Been
got all kinds of great
consistent, yeah.
gifts. And so, talking about that, we have our our $400. So Jade's not here to know that she's in this drawing. But every month, between our district, everybody that does a $400 plus order goes in a district drawing. And I found this thing called random.org, so I don't have to make Jim pick a number anymore, or one of you guys. So this month we had 15 in the whole district that did the $400 plus order. Kathy had the highest, which was $1,136. Woohoo! Because Kathy's always following up with her clients and taking good care of them. And so this month, our $400 winner is Rosemary Perez. Woo-hoo! So, Norma, I know you said she's moving, so we'll figure out how to get her gift to her. And then we have some new VIPs in our team. Sandy Brown is one order away from VIP. She's a pre-VIP. Tarina Brandsburg is a new VIP. And Carmen Gonzalez is a new VIP. And we have hopefully some coming back because Jafra's made a great offer for those that have been VIPs in the past can come back. And we're all on our way of earning that big, beautiful tote bag. And so we've got some on their way, and this month when you do 400 in October, November, do you guys remember what you're going to get?
A B pin.
No, that's for
Agenda.
500. And
Oh,
the B pin, I messed up. I was telling Jade about it. I went, oops, sorry. The B pin is for VIPs. So we're encouraging all VIPs to do 500 instead of 400. Okay. And that's cumulative. So if they order on your website, I know when Jade was putting her order in, she goes, wait, I already have 115 in sales. And that's from people that ordered on her website.
Woohoo!
Jade's only had her account open just for a few weeks. So yeah, we want to point them to our website. Everybody's ordering online. So it's funny. People think about ordering at times they wouldn't think about calling you. So we want them to know to go on our website. And
I better teach my clients that then, because sometimes they call me way too early in the morning.
so well, I always tell them if they call me too early, they'll get a call back.
I was just getting my makeup for the go to work this morning. I'm like, oh, I was just laying in bed here.
Dave, did you have a question?
Yes, I just I was focusing on pressing the raising the hand button. It's
Oh
kind
no,
of
just speak up and get closer, please.
oh, okay.
We want to hear
I wonder
you.
why her volume's down.
I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, it's just my phone because I made phone calls, so my phone's probably doing other things. So it's a
It
new
doesn't
phone.
multitask.
Well, it's not very well, no. Because I have other programs and other apps on my phone that is up at the same time as Zoom. And so, yeah, I'm a busy phone lady. Anyway, since I'm working on the phone, oh, I remember what I wanted to share. I've been doing stories. So I would open up my stories on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll make little stories and I'll put my jafra.com/my Jade P. And
Your website address?
yeah,
Yes.
so I'll paste it and I'll make stories because I'm such a tech, computer, Facebook, MySpace generation that I'm pretty savvy on those. And I also do family things, but I changed my whole name for Instagram, and I, pretty much rebranded my page for Jafra. I dedicated it to that. but there's also, family stuff, food stuff, because I do lots of stuff. But yeah, so I create stories and that's why I was asking you pictures of those pictures, and I needed to know where you got them from, and you showed me where to go, and then I found more things, Norma. So I was really
Oh, good.
I was very appreciative of that.
Did you get the text messages and the emails from Jafra with them?
I
Good.
don't get emails, but I do get text messages.
Okay, good.
But I'm going to be calling Jafra next week to take care of a few things. So,
And I can show you, we can make sure that you're signed up for emails as well. So, Jafra is now making the Jafra virtual university. We have it for consultants, Jade and Karen and all of us, and we have it for different levels. And that is something you can do. And when you've completed the whole course, you let them know. And then, they keep track of it because you're doing it online. And then you get your Jafra Virtual University certificate, kind of like graduation. Does anyone have one they want to share with us? Did you finish yours, Karen?
I missed the last month, so I think I can go back and take the last month again.
Yes, because it is
has to be
virtual.
live. Yeah.
Okay, please do that because we want to celebrate you.
All right. Yeah,
That could
it
be
doesn't count unless it's the live version. So you can't watch the pre-recorded ones and get your certificate.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's a good question. Why don't you send it into Norma, you know it, Jafra Cares at Jafra.com. Is that it?
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go back to Jafra Biz because today I tried to make an effort of listening to the consultant modules, and I listened to the orientation, excuse me, and module 1 and module 2. And it was Luce Mercedes, whatever her name is, district or regional director, but it wasn't live. And she refers to module 3, but I don't think module 3 is made yet. It may be still in production. So I'm not sure where you went, Karen. I'm going to have to study that better.
Okay.
Good. And then share with all of us. So the last thing that I wanted to share with you, because we're right about the time we're going to be ending here, is I am going, and I'm committing, I'm going to say it on here. I've been thinking about, I am going to start doing Facebook Lives, and I have one really fun idea, and this one may just be a pre thing, but just like Jade said, just get out of your comfort zone. Karen, you look so gorgeous. Like, hey, I've been using Jafra now for a year. I'm, having fun. I'm putting on some email. Whatever you're doing looks really good. I'm just having fun. And, you could do something. It could be fast. You want to if you could do little 3-minute recordings. So my idea is to do the dazzling. Remember, I shared with you guys, I don't have it here, but 'tis the season to be sparkly. And then just put on the new dazzle, lipstick, and the new Miami Brights, or the what are the little eyeshadows, the liquid eyeshadows, and just, and my testimony is that I thought, maybe I'm not in that age category, because I was concerned about lines, but, and enhancing my lines, but you can do that. So just find little things and then share your website, just like you said, Jade, and you could actually do it with the words right on your website. And if you do Instagram, you can have it also post to Facebook, the same post, because you have different audiences on both groups. So, anything where I can multitask, Norma, or repurpose is really good. So I'm going to be doing more of that. And hopefully in the new year, we can all be doing that, because that's really what gets people's attention. And it's really, for me personally, it's getting over myself, because nobody looks at us the way we look at ourselves. We are way more judgmental than on ourselves than other people. So I'm telling myself, get over yourself, just do it, have fun. People get to know you because they see your expressions and they hear your voice, and so I'm committed to doing more of those. And then, like Jade said, put my website on there, you know,
Can I
make,
share?
and do little fun special offers. So, did you want to say something, Jade?
Yeah. Uh, so what I do also, so on Instagram, it's called a reel, and it'll save to a different icon on your page on Instagram. It's called a reel or a live story. That's on Instagram. For Facebook, it's just simple stories and then your wall. Basically.
They're doing reels on Facebook now.
Oh, okay. I gotta find that. So
Yeah.
I, yeah. Yeah. So you could do it that way. So yeah. And I just try to add as many Jafra people as I can. I don't know what the cap is on friends for my Facebook. I've had it for over, let's see, I've had it for 12 maybe plus years. So I have a big audience if they never uh deny, or you know how you could turn off notifications for people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, and then there's people that aren't on there anymore that don't hardly use their Facebook, but they'll jump on years, after they haven't been on. So it's kind of cool how, social media it's a big audience, especially during COVID. I bet it helped a lot of Jafra consultants.
Yeah. So, and you can maybe share in the new year, you can share some stuff with us on some of our new Zooms coming up, because you've got more experience. And, some of us need to learn the little simple ways to do things that we're willing to do. I think on that business thing, they talk about, I'm looking at some notes here, but they're talking about different, ways to promote our business on social media, and keeping it simple and leveraging our time, and doing all of that. So I just want to thank you all for joining us. I want to congratulate.
Sounds like you're ending. Sounds like you're closing. Can I say two things
Yes, of
real
course.
quick? So if you've been checking the WhatsApp district page, I've been posting, and I posted Evelyn Abernathy, and she was doing the 12 Days of Christmas with Jackie. And that was really interesting. So you can learn a lot from that. But she also did one by herself with the holiday line, and backed up to it. After you watch it, there will be another one of her. So just to help with your confidence, if you see how she gets on there, she's not perfect, but she is gracious and she's just herself. So look at your WhatsApp page. And then also, Sarah, you were going to share that you were involved with the Party Fest yesterday.
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought of that after I said that. And I did want to say one more thing. One of the things I'm going to be doing is some shopping shows, and I'm going to be inviting all, inactive and pre-inactive and former consultants, because they don't look at the brochures the way we do. And just like, when we get together and start talking about it, we're like, oh, we miss things. Or you get on and, on that Saturday call and find out things that, it just kind of brings everything to life and makes it more exciting. So I will let you know when I do that. So if you have people you want to invite on, and of course, I always have them, if they're clients that jump on, I always have them go to their consultant, not to order from me. So just know that. And then, so yesterday, and I hope they do it in the new year. I have to say I haven't been as good at inviting people, but it's been the third. I think it's been the third Thursday at 4:00. They have been doing these. Well, they have the Party Fest, which is actually training and recognition. That's excellent. I hope you go back and watch that with Belinda Ellsworth. Highly recommend. Great ideas. But also the one yesterday was with the Inner Essence. And not only to learn about the Inner Essence, but get ideas on how to do your own little show. And I did just put that on WhatsApp, the recording. And there's a lot of reasons to get involved. First of all, you're getting our experts to do the work for you. They brought on a gal that did some breathing exercises. They just make it fun. They don't last really long. So it's a great place to invite your clients. And then you get recognition, for who's there. Yesterday, every guest that was on is getting a gift sent to them. So if someone had a guest on, they got a gift. And then, people that invited people or had the most people on. And so if you look on the leaders page, there were like 4 different people that are winning products. But what I really liked about it is they used a couple videos that we have available in Jafra Biz that we can use if we want to do something or we want to post it. So I learned more about the product. They had a essential oil gal come on, and she talked about the different essential oils that are in those products and what the benefits are of each of those. Very interesting. I like essential oils, so I was very interested in that. But it's just another, our sales managers and our company makes things available for us to use to build our business. And we can either jump on the bandwagon and get people invited, or we can do everything ourselves. I like to multitask, as Norma said, and but it does take planning. And I'm in the middle of big life transition and moving, and just couldn't get enough people on. But I wanted to be on at least. I think at the last minute I might have sent it out to a few people. But anyways, I highly recommend taking advantage of those. But I would, go listen to it, because you'll learn about that product and just, how to do it as a hand treat. Just kind of what you did, Norma, at your boutique. And I know we did the hand treatment at Jade's party too. So there's magic when you open up the container and people can smell it, and even better when they can feel it. So that's something Kathy can do when she has her Drivebys. Hey, I want you to try this new inner essence and do a little hand treatment. And one thing she said that was really cool, you're showing it in the book.
So I wanted to share, this is what I really like about these books. When we all used to meet up at Carol's, you guys really taught me a lot of things. And I took it on with me when I sold other cosmetics at a store during the holiday season, which was Lush. And you go into a beauty department, little closet store in the mall, and you get all those essential oil smells and what the products. But in the book, it's really cool because it explains to you the sense, like for fragrance especially. And I loved how you said put on maybe perfume 3 times a day, just 1 squirt just before you get out of the car. I did that today. I drove a fellow home. I was in Santa Barbara by Cottage taking care of my mom, and I saw him on the street, and I was messaging him earlier that day, and I was like, hey, let's go on a walk. So
Someone she knew.
Yeah, I hope
The guy up.
he came in my car, he called me. I've already been talking to him because we're friends, and it's just, I picked up a fella. I love how Kathy O'Connell said, her best friend in crime, they opened the trunk. That was just amazing. I love that stuff. You're saying how you got, your generation needs to jump on the new school stuff. I love the carbon paper. I love I do it, I love it. But this really helps, especially this book.
Yes. And as Jafra kept, those of us that have been around and then they change the line, you're like, oh my gosh, I have to learn something new. And you get all nervous again. I learned really quickly, I can read. So while they're doing the hand treatment, you just open the book and you go, and that, da, 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 or you can have someone else read it. I didn't have to be the expert. And, Jafra gives us amazing materials, but that book is amazing. It really is. And I think, that's part of bringing it alive and bringing the value, just putting a cream on. I like when I put my creams on, I know it's lifting and firming and anti-aging, and it's got that extra royal jelly, what's it called? The royal jelly oil in it. And is that right? The royal jelly oil. So,
Yeah.
I think, sharing those little tidbits, in the old days, we used to bore people with way too much information. Now we don't do that. We just, give them enough information. And if they want to know more, we point them to where it is. So anyone want to share anything else? Karen, you've been awfully quiet tonight. Just
Oh,
sitting there looking all pretty.
I want to share
Taking it in.
something.
Yes.
I want to share how beautiful Karen looks tonight.
Oh, well, thank you. It's all Jafra. All
You
Jafra.
look, you look absolutely great.
Oh,
So
thank you.
Whatever you're doing, keep it up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And she's
You're a
more
poster
relaxed
girl.
because she's getting massages from Dr. Carol now.
Ah,
right.
okay.
Yeah, you notice my neck is moving again and
I
everything.
know. I'm so happy for you. And I noticed you had pretty nails and, oh, by the way, when you spritz, did you know what you put on the back of your neck or on your hair? That's the one that people smell when you walk away. That's that actually tends to, you're supposed to put your fragrance in your warm spots, but not everybody's getting close and hugging us. And you don't want it so strong when you walk in, we've all smelled that where you're like,
Yeah.
definitely a turn off. So,
Or somebody that's been in your car and 3 months later, you can still smell them. Oh my God, it's giving me a headache.
very good. Well, ladies,
Can I
three-
also say, I'm so sorry.
no,
These Double Nature that are on clearance right now, they're
Uh-huh.
I think they're $10. So if you're a 50% consultant, they're $5.
Wow.
I didn't realize that they're glitter body lotion.
ooh,
So I think they're a great price. There's 4 of them, and I think it ends today. But I didn't know they were glitter. So that's my plug for these.
thank you. Oh, I'll add that to my glitter, my glittering up for the holidays. My
Yeah.
holiday
you go.
sparkle. Thank you.
That's why I said it. people are going to Christmas parties maybe, and they want some glittery
But you know what?
shoulders.
Those are big tubes, aren't they?
Yeah,
Aren't they the 8-ounce?
they're 6.7.
Yeah, but those are big tubes.
That's good.
Think about it. You can offer someone a gift. You put that in a little cello from the 99-cent store that costs you 10 cents, and there you got a beautiful gift for someone. I mean, you can go to an office. Hey, do you buy gifts for your office staff? Hey, I've got these gifts. Just bring a basket in with a bow on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a magic about putting a bow on a basket. People want to know what's in it. Thank you, Norma. Yes, today, I think either today or tomorrow, one of the Black Friday specials are going. Is everyone receiving the text with the Black Friday specials from Jafra?
Yeah.
The almond lotion is $14 right now. That's really good.
Wow.
It's normally 22 or something, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so
it
it's
ends today.
Yeah, so put your order in. Thank you, Norma, for reminding us. Get your order in, and VIPs, go for your 500 so you get your really cute B pin. And
Do you see how little this is?
oh my gosh,
Look
Where
at
is
the size of my hand.
What is that? Is that the Adoris?
Yes, they are so precious. They're really tiny.
have you seen the little Double Nature ones?
No.
Oh my gosh, they're
Little
so
ears?
yes. They have a little mini one about an inch tall. It looks just like the full size one.
How
Those
cute.
are
They're so cute. I think these would be adorable to give, they only cost me what? We figured it out, $3.63 a piece.
Is it
I
this
can
one?
put that in my mailbox for my postal carrier.
yes.
Mail.
Yes, and you know what else you could do? You can sell those as stocking stuffers.
Yes, I can sell them. Yes,
$7.
right.
You buy a piece of junk for $7. Have you gone and looked at what they sell for stocking stuffers? I mean, that's a great, great deal. So,
Yes.
ladies, help people out. Remember, you're servicing, you're helping people make their life less stressful, more fun. You just get your basket, put your big bow on it, and stop bys, drive-bys. I know Evelyn Abernathy is doing truck shows or driveway shows. So people are concerned about, going. She says, invite all your neighbors, I'll come by, has gifts there, and you can, sell right from your your trunk, or you could, direct them to their website and just make it super easy. If you use something like Venmo or Zelle, they can actually just send you the money and you don't have to worry about doing the credit card and all that stuff. It's, all of it is, when you do it the first time, it's hard. But once you keep doing it, you're like, oh, why did I wait so long? That was easy.
Like anything, if, the more you do something, the easier it is.
Yeah. So anyways, okay. Any other last exciting things? Okay,
Nope.
ladies, take your piece of the pie. Don't be crying after the 13th that you should have done more. And then you want to sell your stock. If you have any stock, and you can get little doodads, like Norma got the little grass, little doodads at your wonderful 99-cent or dollar store. And that's all it takes. Yes, Jade.
Hi.
She's still in school.
I'm going back to school. Okay.
Good.
I'm going to college with my sons. Anyway, I get all the good stuff. Anyway, so as I have my parties, you know how sense and smells and sensory. So I would make lemon bars just to go with it. That helps. And then I just had a thought while we were talking, I can have like a lemon perfume out and I could say, hey, this is the theme. So you could work off that. And then also, the streamers, how
Yes.
tissue is kind of expensive. So
Mhm.
this, my daughter unraveled the whole thing. I just stuffed it in my closet and then I wrapped up roses and I wrapped up some roses. I'll show you the roses that I gave.
That's
to
a
you.
great idea. If you just get a roll of that paper, red and green, and you just cut some off and just stick them in the bottom of the bag.
What I
I
did
never-
was, I took a rose and then I wrapped it in plastic wrap to keep it hydrated, and then I wrapped this around it.
Uh-huh.
That's
And
all I
we
did.
have a rose fragrance.
Yeah, exactly.
You can give the rose sample.
I gave them the strips, the swatches of the fragrance. And some people got my card. Some people got this little beautiful pamphlet. Oop, there goes two.
Yeah.
So,
And ladies, if you have old books that are already expired, Norma, what did you do with those at your boutique?
I put a label on it that says, see me about an updated brochure or whatever. I forget what I actually said, but yeah, if I didn't make a total connection with somebody, but I wanted to give them something, I'd give them the sample and the outdated book.
Yeah.
But if I made a connection, then they got the current.
And you know what I've done? That's good. What I've done is since I now have those new cards that have the QR code on one side, I just tape my business card to the book. And then you can also staple or tape those little fragrance swatches that we get from Jafra too. So, it's just a matter of, for me personally, taking an hour and putting some stuff together so that when I'm running out, which I'm normally doing, then where I'm ready, or have things in my car is even better. So it's just about being smart. And, if you get any ideas, the WhatsApp is a great place to share, or our Jafra Pro District page. And then I don't know, have you ladies all been on the Amber region? I think I forgot to tell you this, Jade. It's Jafra, Amber, and Onyx region. That's our regional page with Jackie. And that's where she puts a lot of the stuff that happens in the region. So that's another great page to get on. Okay, are we done?
I was gonna see if I had a picture of that so I could put it on WhatsApp for you.
Okay, well, happy Thanksgiving. Have a blast with all your family, and we'll just be sharing ideas as we go. Share your excitement of things that happen. And I'm going to do something fun, but I just didn't get my act together. But I'm going to be doing some really fun challenges where you can earn goodies from me besides the $400 a month. I'm talking weekly fun little goodies. And I talked about it with Jackie, but I wasn't organized enough to tell you. So be watching WhatsApp and Facebook for that, and encourage everybody to listen to our recording. Okay. Mwah!
Bye, you
Bye.
guys. I'll let Rosemary know she won.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Woohoo!
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You, Karen. Oh, did she leave? Oh, no, she's right there. Hi, Karen.
Bye.